This is obviously a pedal bike frame. It's a special one. It's a really thin steel frame. It's cracked all the way around there, and I've got to try and repair it. The material is very, very thin. It's heat treated steel. I could just weld the crack up, but if it's broke without being welded up, the weld won't last that long. So I'm going to bring the camera in and show you what I intend to do, or how I'm going to try and repair it. Right, it's actually cracked all the way around the tube there, or just about all the way around. So what I intend doing is I'm going to cut the frame, and I've got some decent quality chrome alloy tube, proper stuff, and I think that'll be a good fit over the frame. Or I'll make it board out slightly, and I'll make a sleeve to go over there, but I won't just have a square end. I'll do like a scalloped end, same as that one there, just so you get a bigger area to weld. I won't weld it. I'll probably TIG braze it using silicone bronze. So the first thing to do is just chop straight through the frame, try and spread it apart and see what sort of thickness material, or see what sort of fit we can make that into. So the first thing is just to basically chop it in half. Just go straight through, it doesn't matter if we go slightly off. I've kind of got to fix it now. Right, so I can pull that apart and we'll see if this tube will go on. I'll cut a piece of tube off. Hopefully it'll slide into there. If it doesn't, I'll have to bore it out slightly. It's probably 1.5 wall thickness, so it has a little bit to play with. I've cleaned and deburred the end of the pipe, so hopefully it'll just slip into there, which it nearly does, but we need a slacker fit in that. So I'll go at the lathe and put a light bore through there, and that's what's going to repair it. You can see I'll put a little scallop in there, and that gets it a bigger area for the braze material to hold on to. Quite a lot of stick out on this tool here. I'm not going to be taking big cuts, so it should do the job for us. This is really nice material. Right, that's exactly the fit I need. Spot on. Oh, come on, you bastard. Well, the paint's been taken off, it fits on nicely. So we'll take some more paint off and then shape this, shrink it together, and I'll put a little spacer in there, the thickness of the disc, and then we can pull that together, ratchet strap, and hopefully get it all brazed up. That's kind of the shape I want in the end, but rounded off. I'm just going to turn a little mandrel that fits onto, so I can grip it in the vise without crushing the tube, because I don't want to squash it or it'll not fit the bike frame. Right, so I've used a file and I've scalloped it out at both ends, so it looks a bit like a fish's mouth, I suppose. What you're doing to whatever is put a bit of emery tape on your finger in and poke it up there, because if it snatches, it'll pull your finger off. So we'll just simply use this little just to put the inside of the tube where I've been filing it and grinding it, just to clean it up to make sure there's no rags on there, because I want it to go in and nice sliding fit. You can just put a slit at the end and put a bit of emery tape in, it works exactly the same. So that looks quite decent, there's no nasty burrs in there. Well, it's got to go to be in the centre. I've turned a little edge up here, which is roughly the thickness of the slit and disc. It wouldn't make that much difference, I wouldn't have thought. I'm going to go for it that way around, so hopefully that'll slide onto there like that. And then go down onto there. That's, the job's a good one. Right, that's nice. We'll put a strap on there to hold that down. And if I take brace around there, it's going to be a proper repair, and it's going to look quite nice as well. You see what I mean about doing that? You're getting a much greater area instead of just putting a ring, a weld around there, which would also be a bit of a stress raiser. And if you look at the rest of the frame, that's scalloped in a similar way. So I think that'll be quite a nice repair. See how the original frame is doing exactly the same. This has probably been braced together. I silver soled that. And that's my joint there. This frame is made of very special 753 tubing, which hasn't got to be heated more than 700 degrees C or it loses its temper, so that rules out welding. Really it also rules out TIG brazing. I've got some Silver Flow 55 here, which melts at just over 600 degrees, so this should do the job quite nicely. I was thinking that the original frame had been silver soldered anyway, so I'm going to warm it up and run some silver solder into it, and the job should be ready to go. The heat source is oxypropane. That you actually kind of put the heat into the centre of there and it'll spread out, and then run the solder into each end, and the capillary action will pull the solder down into the joint and make a really secure repair. It's actually called silver solder because, strangely enough, it contains quite a lot of silver. 9 to 55 means 55% silver and be 45% tin. On the mouth there, and the solder runs in very nicely. The solder being pulled into the joint. I'm sure it'll be obvious to most people that that is a check nut of a Sentinel steam engine safety valve. It's got a thread in there of 3/8 Whitworth, and I've got to make 2 of these, but modify them to put a little grub screw in the side so they can be locked. I've got a bit of hex stainless bar there. I'm going to use stainless because that's all I've got. I've got stainless hex and brass hex. I've got no steel hex in stainless. I'll be able to polish up and look quite pretty, I would think. It's quite a simple job. Drill the top part off and round the end off. The new tips I got seem to work quite well on the stainless I machined last week. I'll try it on this stuff. This is 316 stainless. I've got a tool here that might do to put a rounded end on it. Just a high speed steel tool. Like a foam tool. I don't know what I made it for now, but it might be just the job to put a nice rounded chamfer on the end of here. We'll give it a try and see. I like the look of that, that's not too bad. Sorry for that. It's Whitworth. Topping drill is 6.5. Must be wrong on the top side, surely to Christ. Right, faith width 8mm. There's a real chance of that going to go in there. 5/16's Whitworth, there's 6.5. So we'll put a 8mm drill through there and then we've got half a chance of tapping a hole in it with. Got enough depth so I can get towed to the one piece without having to drill a hole any deeper. Right, try again. Much better. A lot of lure on that tap, it's only really not exactly a brand new tap either. Clear. better tap. High-speed steel blade, it's doing really well. That's running at 90 RPM there. Keep the constant pressure on. Smoky bastard stuff this is. I need to get some cutting paste that doesn't put smoke out because the wife doesn't like it. You can't blame her really. Hey, there's one anyway. I'm going to tap through there by hand just to make sure the threads are good. Bastard's warm. This is stainless steel and this is one of I was going to say it's one of the gate drills I give away, the Cleveland drills. This scabby bastard thing. Anyway, it is. Them chucks are alright, but they're not the be all and end all keyless chucks. I got a couple of chucks given last week. They're on most tapers. I'm going to put one of them onto a R8 taper because they're really good, proper chucks. I have got an R8 chuck for this, but it's a cheapy thing, it's not very good. Especially for reversing, these chucks just don't like going backwards at all. This bastard doesn't like going forwards. Right, we'll finish it off by hand. As this here, and I'll use my tap wrench that I made at school, and I've still got it, and it still works. I don't know what they make at school now, but I don't think they make tap wrenches. Nicked my finger as well, and a scabby bastard thing. Not to worry. It's all in a good cause, I suppose. Right, you can put a tap through the main thread now, the whipware thread, just to clean up any rags, and then 2 more little bits done. It'll be on the steam wagons for, I suppose, as long as steam wagons are here. It's fairly well leaking that, and it's just a little nick. It's quite a big nick. We'll get it clean and get it dressed before going to shower. rag on there. Very nasty. I think that's what got me finger, that bastard rag there. Anyway, Dad's drill comes electrical. Once again, I use that all the time, and every time I use it I get a great big lump in my throat. Anyway. Once again, it's just time to say thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, can you please click the subscribe button, because we're getting perilously near to 100,000. Anyway, thanks for watching.